Again, my name is Stan Richards. I'm an author of a book called From the Bus to the Bentley, No More Limits. I'm a native Washingtonian. Grew up very poor in Washington, D.C. 7 kids in a 3-bedroom apartment on public assistance. No father in the home. I remember eating good from the 1st to the 6th, from the 7th to the 31st, you were on your own. And one day around on the 1st of the month, I remember my mother sitting close to me saying, and Senator, you remind me of my mother, because she was very firm and she didn't play well, right? So I remember my mom saying to me, she said, Stan, you're going to do some amazing things. You're going to change the world. You're going to do some great things in your lifetime. And I thought she was kind of weird because she would always walk around with this black book in her hand, which was the Bible.
Praise God.
Right? And long story short, growing up in the inner city of Washington, D.C., I thought I was very slick because back then, if you were light-skinned, you had a big afro, and you sat in the back of the class, they would give you a D if you showed up and kept your mouth shut. So I actually played that game really well, Senator, only to find out in 1980 I graduated from Cardozo High School in Washington, D.C. and couldn't read. Reading on a 6th grade level at best. By the grace of God, I was able to get a good government job. Anybody remember the civil service test?
Yeah.
How about a standard 171? And by the grace of God, I passed the test for the FBI and I got a job. And I thought I had made it. I got my first apartment on Carl Place in Southeast. And I started going down to Woody's. I got my credit card, got me some gold chains and Castleberries. Anybody remember those old places? I was a GS3. Working hard to get my 5. Right? And what came with that good government job was ego and arrogance. So I started partying like a rock star back in the 80s. Anybody remember Tiffany's or the Chapter 3? Hello? So I started partying like a rock star back in the 80s, drinking and drugging. By 1983, I was struggling on cocaine. I became a slave to cocaine. I remember crawling around on the floor, taking my whole government check every 2 weeks, and buying cocaine from Handover Street. By the grace of God, in 1987, my mother stepped in again because I got fired from my job. And she said, I want you to come to a revival with me. And I said, I'm not going to a revival. I was strung out on drugs. And she said, well, if you're not going to go, then I want you to just take me. So we went to the convention center and we seen this pastor by the name of Dr. K.C. Price. You remember Dr. Price? Long story short, Dr. Price prayed for me in 1987. And I was healed from addiction instantly. By 1988, thank you.